All right, everyone, welcome on in today. I'm going to be one of your hosts, Icdisis, and today we are doing the Resident Evil Relay. It's going to be a big series of Resident Evil races. To tell you more about that, and also to introduce my fellow co-host, we have...
Hello, my name is Catlink, and I am so excited for today. We have so many awesome runs, not only today, but also tomorrow, that are just back-to-back amazing with just talented runners, just so much good stuff. I'm really excited.
Absolutely. Would you like to tell us about some of the games we could be seeing today, Kat?
Well, we'll be seeing, right off the bat, we're going to be seeing Resident Evil 4 Classic, then going into Survivor, and we're going to be seeing some Resident Evil 6 into some Gaiden. For those who don't know Gaiden, you're in for a treat on that one. And also Resident Evil 2 Remake, and closing out the night, Resident Evil Village, which, oh boy,
we have
a good day.
A pretty stacked list of games today. As well, it's not enough that we have the games. This is similar to a previous event we had, the King of the Silent Hill. We're doing the Resident Evil Relay. And to throw some fun into the mix, we have 22 speedrunners among the 11 games. In addition to that, we have 2 teams formed from this, where on one side we'll be having Team Stars, and the other will have Team Umbrella. Whichever side wins will get a point, and since we have 11, we should see who wins by the end of this. Anyway, I'm quite excited. We have a lot to get to today. So with that being said, Kat, would you like to introduce our first game?
Yeah, so starting off today, we have Resident Evil 4 Classic with Phaero and Spartanfinix.
All right.
Let's introduce our runners. Phaero, Spartan, say hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
All right. Let's get some fun introductions here as well. That's playing for Team Stars, we're going to have Phaero. Phaero, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Phaero. I'm streaming almost daily on Twitch, and I run this game for a good 7 or 8 years now. Around that. So yeah, it's been a while.
Right. Sounds good. On Team Umbrella, we have Spartanfinix. Would you like to tell us a bit about yourself?
Hello, everyone. I'm Spartanfinix, and I run a lot of Resident Evil games, like the classic and the remake ones. And I'm glad to be here.
All right. It should be exciting to see how this is going to go. We have a couple of great runners, and we also have some commentators if they'd like to introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm JTB. I've been around for a while. Not much of a speedrunner anymore, but I love watching me some RE4 Classic. Known Phaero for a long time. So I'm excited to be back here on GDQ to commentate another run.
Hi, my name is Mike. I go by Mike Wave on Twitch.tv, and yeah, I've ran this game for 3 years, I think. Known Phaero for a long time as well, and don't run it as much nowadays, but I still have 2,000 hours in this game, which is way too much. So yeah, really excited to see how this race plans out.
Alrighty, we have a wonderful cast of runners and commentators here, and with that being said, either JTB or Mike, if you would like to get the runners all counted down, we can begin on your count.
Yeah, best of luck, everybody.
All right, so all right, do we want to start on go then?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, so 3, 2, 1, go. All right. What costume are we going to get? Ooh, the special from Phaero. And then, is that normal from Spartan?
The gamer costume, in my opinion. I thought that quick switch.
I think normal is a little bit better than a special one.
All right, but yeah, here we go. RE4 Classic. Man, it's so weird saying RE4 Classic, honestly. It's going to be taking years to get that. Very well done game as far as the speed run goes. Everything has been mapped out from start to finish. And immediately we got the dog saved.
Yeah, I think it's the mutual agreement of respect right there. Yeah, doing the most important thing, saving the dog.
But yeah, this game has been just every single segment of it has so many strats developed for it. What is our ETA like? It's 120 or so right now.
Yeah, with load remover time, which is the time we use now over IGT. I think it's at 120. There's a 119. I can't remember. I think it's 119 now, isn't it? Yeah.
It's pretty fast, yeah.
Yeah, I was running this game when, like, I think 129 IGT was the record, which is insane to think still.
Jeez, I started when it was like 140-ish, which just shows how long this game has come. But yeah, this game has strats developed for days.
So a lot is happening, by the way, and Phaero did just get hit, which kind of sucks. He had to use his first aid. Yeah, there is a little bit of RNG there running to that house, but the strat both these guys are going to be using right here. Oh, is Spartan's doing the big boy zoomer strat right here. Is it going to work though? All right, he's going to grab an incendiary out of his box. Nice. So wow, cool.
I've never seen that strat before. Wow.
Well, yeah, that's a newer strat that's kind of come now with the newer timer that pauses on inventory screens. So you basically do. It's a similar strat where you're using a grenade to kill the villagers in that room. You need to kill 15 of them to progress, or you just wait out the timer. But killing 15 enemies is always faster. And Spartan did an alternate strat right there where he. It's a new strat like newer runners use so they can get that incendiary, basically, so they can use it as a running grenade. In this game, if you have a grenade equipped over a weapon, or like just a normal, like a gun or something like that, and it can also be like an egg or a rocket launcher, you run, I think, like 4% faster or something like that.
Yeah, it's a pretty small difference, but with, you know, the pause timers being removed and just how fast this is on 60 FPS, it's usually a win. Oh, no tree skipper, either runner, but
yeah,
looks like Spartan was pretty close to it.
So yeah, if you like do the QT, if you like just wait till the last moment, like to do that QT where Leon jumps out of the way, you can get in front of that tree, and it saves a little bit of time, but it is very risky because if you mess up the timing like at all, you just die. So I don't even wanted to risk that.
Yeah, and that kind of comes. It just shows just how this race is going to go. I mean, obviously both these runners have gone for world record at some point, so they would be doing those risky strats. But in a race, it's going to be interesting to see just the balance between, you know, what is fast and what is safe.
Yeah, both of them are going to be picking up that rifle ammo right there at the beginning. We're in the next chapter right now, which is 1-2. Yeah, this room could be a little bit like stupid sometimes. Oh, okay. Phaero got a weird pattern right there. Gonna be picking up the shotgun ammo as well. The shotgun ammo, pretty important, I would say. As long as the rifle ammo, we're gonna be using a lot of that later. And yeah, the line that you do to get out of this room is like basically the same every single time. The enemies, I think both Phaero and Spartan got lucky right there. There's like a thing that can happen where like an enemy like waits for you around the corner and just like grabs you. It's kind of unfortunate when it happens. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
he's
that kind enemy, of reacting there.
That enemy up at the top is kind of weird. So like ideally you don't want to have to, like, the game is optimized enough now that you don't really want to have to stop to shoot that one barrel off on the side, but there's a pattern you can get where that enemy can be in a spot where he is just like invincible to the barrel. I call it the Superman pattern. I don't know why it happens. Yeah, we're on to the factory now. I think a lot of people are going to remember this now from 4R with like how you do this part in like reverse and everything, but yeah, this is the way it's done in OG, in case like you haven't played this game in a while or you just haven't played it at all for like the younger people out there.
Phaero's getting a pretty clean room there. He got the good setup with the start with the dude that points at you instead of trying to walk at you. Meanwhile, Spartan literally got the exact opposite. A guy just kind of walked around in a circle ready to grab you, forcing you to shoot him and stagger him to get by him, but then also got hit too. So, you know, both rooms still really fast, but it just shows how quickly, you know, how south this game can turn just on a moment's notice.
But yeah, Phaero also picking up a green herb because he had to use that fast at the beginning of the run. Oh, we're doing a save right here? I don't know if that was intended or not. Oh, it was? Okay. Oh, is that a new strat or something? Or? Oh, okay. I didn't even know there was a crash here. I've had some weird crashes in this game before, but I don't think in that spot before. Ooh, okay.
Okay.
This is still mostly neck and neck right here, I think.
That's a pretty good pattern on both ends to get past him.
It is unfortunate that I don't know if Spartan's going to be doing the strat where he sells the first aid to the merchant right here. This is going to be our first merchant stop at a run right here. Both runners are going to be picking up a rocket launcher for the Gigante later. Which, yeah, in case you don't know how the 4OG run goes, basically, we're buying a lot of rocket launchers throughout the run to just insta-kill a lot of the bosses.
Yeah, one of the, if you played RE4R, one of the biggest changes between the two is just the cost of the rocket launcher. I would like to think that the devs watched a lot of RE4 speedruns and were like, hey, this rocket launcher is pretty strong for how cheap it is. We're going to go ahead and bump up the cost by an incredible amount. Because, we use the rocket launcher so much in this run because it just one-shots basically every single boss.
Someone can correct me, but I think the price of the rocket launcher in the remake is just tied to the difficulty. So it's like on Pro, the rocket launcher is like extremely expensive, but like on Assisted, I think it's like really cheap actually.
That might be, but I'm a bit of a gamer. I never played on anything other than Pro. Pretty slow segment here. We got the rocket launcher kind of just running through the graveyard. Every once in a while, you'll see both the runners pick up something. Inventory is very well optimized throughout the entirety of this run. So if you ever see like someone taking a hit, it's not just the fact that they have to heal and they have one less item. It also means that items are being placed in their inventory in a different spot generally. And when we do our inventory, it's like you're not even looking at what's in your inventory. You're just hitting the same inputs over and over. So you have to constantly be thinking about like, okay, where did this item go ahead of time, and then adjusting for that on the fly.
Yeah, so like ideally you're like never really opening up the inventory like at all, unless you just like need to equip something. You ideally like just never want to open the inventory because it does count towards time. So yeah, really do not want to be doing that. So we're gonna be making our way right here to the first boss of the run, which is our favorite boss. I think like we can all mutually agree, Del Lago, which is the giant salamander that lives in the lake.
Everyone loves Del Lago,
Yeah.
There's nothing quite like having this RNG boss in your run, 10 minutes in to really dictate whether or not you're going to be on world record pace. Just a staple of a good speed game, in my opinion. Yeah.
So yeah, Del Lago is like notoriously like among runners, like just super RNG. So, there's going to be probably a time difference right here based on like what pattern both runners get. There's 3 different patterns you can get: an early dive, a mid dive, and a late dive, or a no dive as well. Right, so it's going to be seeing what we get here. Ideally, you want to get a no dive where he never like dives down and like stops the boss fight basically for a little bit. That is the fastest pattern. So based on RNG right here, there's potentially going to be like a 20-second difference. We'll see right here. Ooh, I think Spartan got an early dive. That is really unfortunate. So he's going to lose around 18 seconds or so based off that. Let's see what, all right, Phaero did not get an early dive. What is he going to get? Oh man, the game is being super generous to Phaero right now. He got a no dive. So yeah, the no dive is the fastest pattern by far, where the boss fight never stops like at all. So yeah, all right. So that's Phaero done at the boss fight. It's just like that. See if Spartan can close this out. Early dive can be super, super brutal, man. Like at a top level, like it's very common to see people just reset the moment they see the beginning of that animation.
Yeah, and also, I'm like,
go ahead. Oh yeah, so I forgot to mention this earlier, by the way. The runners are making saves at the beginning of every chapter. Actually, I forgot. This is a thing that they both mutually agreed upon. So they're both making saves at the beginning of every chapter just in case one of them does get a game crash because of the way this game handles checkpoints and everything. if your game crashes at all, the only way to load in is from a save that you made, either at a typewriter at the end of a chapter. So out of fairness, both runners are just going ahead and making those saves.
All right, but yeah, now we're on to chapter 2. Bit of a change in scenery. Everything is a little bit darker now. Pretty straightforward chapter, in my opinion. We're just running through, trying to get back to the church now that we have the key item to get Ashley out of there. I'm also going to be speaking as people actually know the story, and this game is like 20 years old at this point, so you kind of know all spoilers here. Sorry. Yeah, but just running through, we're going to be seeing a bunch of dudes run out of this waterfall right here. But like I said, this game has been so optimized that there shouldn't really be any problems at all getting into the next major gatekeeper of the run, the cabin.
Yeah, the cabin is a lot more problematic, I would argue, than Del Lago. But yeah, we're moving on right after Del Lago straight to the next boss fight, which is the Gigante. However, you can see with what both runners are carrying on their back how this is going to pan out. This is how most boss fights in this game are going to pan out if you are not familiar with the run.
Yeah, definitely a blink and you miss it moment.
Yeah, there is a thing you have to be careful with here on this fight, though. With how close the Gigante is to you when you spawn in, if you mess up at all where you are shooting the rocket launcher, it is very easy to either miss or shoot the Gigante in a spot that actually hits Leon as well and puts him at 1 HP. So you ideally don't want that. I don't think either runner is carrying a heal right now. I think Phaero might have a greener, but I think Spartan sold his first aid earlier to the merchant for some extra money. But looked like it all panned out well right here. And we're being introduced to the dog enemies as well right here. The dog enemies in this game are nowhere near as threatening as they can be in other RE games. The dogs in this game, so long as you don't run directly into them or turn your camera up, they just don't do anything in this game. I don't know why. It's a big recurring thing of a lot of Resident Evil games where enemies like AI are kind of dictated by camera for whatever reason. Even like it doesn't even matter on what engine the game is running on. It's just like a recurring thing.
I would like to think, when they play tasted this, you run up to the dog, the immediate reactions for the player to just kind of like step back directly. Wait. And then, that's when the dog strikes and just jumps at you. But for speedruns, yeah, running at an angle diagonal to them, that just throws them off completely in.
Yeah.
But here we go. Phaero on to chapter 4-2. And we got Ashley with us.
Yeah, so this is where we're introduced to the president's daughter, Ashley. So yeah, very quick lore catch up. Leon has been sent to a rural part of Spain by himself to look for the president's missing daughter, and she's been kidnapped by this cult, and he needs to rescue her. That's basically the plot. And yeah, so this is the point of the game where, controversially, I think among some people, it does kind of turn into a long escort mission. However, I would argue in the run, Ashley, she can troll you sometimes extremely hard, but for the most part, she's like not a huge problem. And actually, we can use the mechanic of her following and like stopping to like use it to our advantage, basically. Because if you tell Ashley to stop following you, basically, all the enemies around you will kind of just aggro towards you, and that can be used in some rooms to manipulate how some enemies behave. You're gonna see it right here, so Phaero and Spartan can just get through this whole farm area like it's really fast.
Wait, follow me.
Yep, there it is in Pharaoh's End.
Yeah. Ooh, this guy. Oh, that's so unlucky. Oh man. But yeah, that's a thing that can sometimes happen. That enemy behind the ladder inside the farmhouse can just be a giga brain sometimes. Just go around the ladder. It's incredible to think.
Yeah,
he either runs against the ladder and doesn't do anything, or he knows how to step around it like 2 feet.
It's definitely pretty cool, this tech, in my opinion, because it's not something you really see in a run itself. You kind of just see the runner. If you've ever watched, if it's like your first time watching the run, you see the runner do that and you're not really understanding why. But there's just so many little things behind the scene when you actually learn to run the game that it's just really a kind of a cool mechanic.
Right here, we should probably give Phaero like a moment here. He's trying to do an audio cue. All right, I think Phaero got it. Let's see if Spartan gets it. All right, I think both of them are good here. We'll have to see. Yeah, nice. Okay. So yeah, sorry about that. So both runners were using an audio, like an audio notification right there, just to do a little strat right there. So yeah, the way the cabin works is you have to either, it kind of works like the village sequence at the beginning, where you either have to kill a certain amount of enemies or you have to run a timer out. And like the village, it's a lot faster to just kill the enemies. However, this time around, we need to kill 40 of them. So we're going to be abusing some grenades right here. Ideally, we're going to want the enemies to come inside the cabin, and then we're going to get them all grouped up and then just kill them all with grenades. Because the grenades in this game, like all 3 of them, are just extremely OP, basically. So we're going to be using a lot of them throughout the run. And Phaero right here is on the part right here where he's going to be camping at the top of the stairs. This is the ending part of the cabin right here, where you're just going to kill the remainder of the enemies with the shotgun at the top right here.
Yeah, it's really there's a lot of RNG with the grenades killing the appropriate people, and then how quickly they get to the stairs here. So we can see a pretty big time discrepancy between the 2 runners depending on what kind of cabins they get.
Yeah, I should also mention, since some people are asking, the reason you see them knifing Lewis is to basically make it so they're also aiming at Lewis so he doesn't shoot at any enemies at the beginning of the cabin. And you do that just so Lewis doesn't shoot any enemies outside. So all the enemies can just get inside the cabin as soon as possible, so you can just kill them as soon as possible. That's basically it. All right, nice. Pretty solid cabin from Phaero right there. Let's see if Spartan can close it out here.
I think Spartan's on his last shell. Yeah, that guy will murder you if he gets that close.
Yeah, that was scary. Oh no. Ooh. This is pretty bad.
It. All right.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Okay. That was a close one. Yeah. Oh man, that was rough. Yeah, that's just how cabin can be like if you are new to watching this run. I would argue cabin is probably the most random part of the entire run. So it is, especially after Del Lago, it could just make getting out of the village like extremely brutal with just those 2 segments combined. But yeah, cabin, very common to see like just 10 seconds lost. Yeah, right here, by the way, both runners choosing to go in the Gigante path. The Gigante path is just way faster than the dual Chainsaw Sisters. Because all you need to do is just run to the end. Like, there's nothing stopping you. You don't have to kill the Gigante at all, and you can just get a bunch of supplies for free.
You see Spartan switching to mouse and keyboard right there. Reason for that, if you bump up the DPI on your mouse, you can actually knife all those chains at once. So we're just kind of like swoosh or slashing downwards to hit all 3 of them.
I'm pretty sure Spartan might be playing with, he can confirm like for this if I'm wrong or not. I think he's just playing on keyboard and mouse like completely.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Okay.
Dang, what a gamer. Yeah, there's definitely benefits to both control schemes. I think mouse and keyboard has definitely become a little bit more popular in the recent years, but it's hard to deny the feel of playing with controller as well.
Wait.
But yeah, we're making our way right here as well to the Mendez fight, which is also very straightforward.
Yeah, you didn't see our runners pick up those incendiary grenades throughout the village sequence. Here we're going to see all of them used at once. I'll wait until we actually get into the fight to kind of just let them show that off. Phaero's into the fight first. He pops one grenade, picks up another, and we're just going to be pretty much chucking them at the big cheese as they hit him and then dies down, and then using that last grenade to hit the barrel at the same time, which does additional damage to Mendez along with Incendiary, allowing for a very, very, very easy fight on professional difficulty.
Yeah, I don't know why they made it so he's like just weak to fire. Like it's just in a burning barn. Very interesting, but yeah. Should mention, by the way, the strat is different there depending on frame rate. On 30 FPS, I think you need 5 incendiaries plus a knife slash to kill him. But on 60, it's just 4.
Yeah, one of the nice benefits of playing on 60 FPS.
Yeah, just in general, the game, if you're curious about the frame rate differences, this is a very common thing with Resident Evil titles. The frame rate changes a lot, basically. That's why most Resident Evil games that come out, like when the rules come out for the speedrun, immediately it's just FPS cap. That is like the first thing everyone is talking about is FPS cap. Because, yeah, FPS changes like just everything. It just makes the game overall faster. Like everything goes faster. So yeah, like naturally you're going to be wanting to run on like higher FPS.
Now, if you really want to, the real RE4 runners will go play GameCube RE4, which is just a terrible decision that no one should make. But that one's locked at 30 FPS, has some different tricks associated with it. It's unfortunate we don't get to see everything that is in the 30 FPS run because there's some cool things, but 60 FPS is just a better viewing experience in general.
Yeah, I mean, there's one skip, we'll talk about it later, that for a long time we thought was exclusive to just 30. But then, not even, like, only a few years ago, just a whole, like, a version of it that works on every single version of the game was found, which was pretty crazy. And it just shook up everything.
Wait.
But yeah, here we have the biggest merchant stop in the game right now. Still pretty close, still pretty neck and neck. But yeah, Phaero and Spartan are just gonna go ahead and just sell everything basically, except for those flashes and some of the ammo they picked up. And they're gonna be swapping out the pistol for a TMP. They're just selling the shotgun and picking up a semi-auto rifle, and then another rocket launcher, of course, the second one of many.
Yeah, each of these weapons have a lot of use associated with it. TMP is really nice for quickly staggering enemies because we don't need to kill enemies for the most part. We just need to be able to run past them. But when we do need to kill enemies, that's why we got the rifle there to just quickly one tap and get them out of the way.
Yeah, I should mention, like, a lot of people still sometimes wonder why get the TMP. It sucks. It does not suck. It's actually extremely good because one shot from it just staggers the vast majority of enemies in the game. It kind of functions like a pistol like that. But unlike a pistol, it has 30 rounds in it, so it's quite a lot. So yeah, you're gonna be seeing a lot of the TMP used. I think it's the weapon we use throughout most of the run, actually.
Yeah, and ideally, we don't need to pick up really any ammo for it.
Yeah.
It's very few enemies that we actually do need to stagger. It's more of like an emergency, like, oh no, situation. This guy's running at me, and he quickly stop him before he grabs Ashley.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait.
Yeah, we're going to see how some of the rooms later. Seems like Phaero has a little bit of a lead still. And yeah, they're going ahead and doing the sword room. By the way, that cannon room, unlike the remake, if you go ahead and just fire the cannon, it just despawns all the enemies in the room, which is why it seems like they're just walking out like no problem at all. It's just, the room is very, very simple compared to the remake.
Yeah, it's day and night.
Yeah. And here we have a room where we need to get the castle key right here. We also did that sword room where we went in and out of the room to delay the enemies spawning. Grabbing some extra herbs right here. Never a bad idea.
Yeah, definitely the amount of safety heals goes up once you hit the castle. It's just getting to this point is the hardest part.
Yeah, so we never actually, neither runner is going to ever like upgrade their HP with the yellow herbs. We're just going to keep it default as is, just because it's slower to heal, or like to upgrade it, I should say. So yeah, by the time you get late into the game, a lot of enemies can just very easily either one-shot you, or they just do one hit to you and you're in danger. So you just need boatloads of heals. At least for a marathon run. If you're doing like an actual like war attempt or something like that, though, you would obviously just gamba it really hard.
Yeah, just don't get hit. Forehead.
Yeah. And yeah, now we're going to be going on to Garrador, which is the first mini-boss of Castle. This is an enemy you're going to see a couple of times pop out. We're out.
But you're not going to see it done as cool as this, so you better be watching.
So yeah, this is the scope cancel right here, where you basically go in and out of the scope to get past a rate of fire cooldown that the rifle has built into it by default. And yeah, if you go ahead and just scope in and out of each of those shots, you can just go ahead and kill the Garrador like really fast like that by just shooting the weak point over and over.
Yeah, Phaero nailed it.
Wait.
See if Spartan gets it too.
Yeah, we saw Spartan right there. Go ahead and swap the keyboard and mouse.
Oh, there was a little delayed on the third one.
Oh, no. All right, Spartan's still okay here, but this is going to be a little bit of a time loss, unfortunately. And Phaero right here.
It's not hard to
Waterhall.
get the
Let's see how
shots
that
off.
pans out. So yeah, Waterhall.
Yeah, at that point, you just got to reload.
Oh, no, man. All right.
Follow me.
Oh, no. All right. That is definitely going to be a bit of a setback for Spartan. That's really unfortunate. Obviously, there's so much of this run left. There's so much that can happen. Ooh. Oh, this is not good for Phaero either. So yeah, Waterhall, the most notorious room in the game, I would say. The one people's have nightmares of.
Yeah,
the one people were speculating a lot about, I think, for the remake. Lot of
Barely
enemies.
recovered there too, because all the dudes ran straight to him in the corner and caused Ashley to just kind of sit there.
A little bit of a delay there with Ashley.
That could have gone very badly if she got picked up there. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my God.
All right, nice. Actually, is the red guy moving there? Ooh, that's kind of unfortunate. All right, nice. That looks good for Phaero. All right, now Spartan's going to be heading into the room. Yeah, as you can tell, just a million things going on at once that you need to keep track of how many enemies are on screen. So after that one cutscene of Ashley pointing, by the way, at the levers, you can just go ahead and reset the checkpoint, and that does count as a checkpoint, and it'll go ahead and just despawn all those enemies that's spawned at the beginning of Waterhall. So every runner will be doing this as they get that apart. And now this is like the FaZe clan sniper reel right here, where you just go ahead and get rid of all these enemies right here. This is just going to show just how strong the sniper is in this game. Just one headshot each, even on pro. This is just how. This is with like no upgrades.
Actually,
the sniper is just so stupidly strong in this game. Oh no!
Yeah, so we talked about just
that.
various segments of this run, which are just heavy reset areas. So Del Lago cabin, and then now we have the Waterhall, which is this room takes so long to learn from a new runner perspective. There's just so many different AI patterns that can happen.
Yeah.
So many little things that could go wrong. All these enemies are running around in the background while you don't see them. And your precise movement matters so much for having them in the correct spot that even just the smallest deviation could cause problems like we see here.
As you're going to be seeing, so after you kill a certain amount of enemies, by the way, this second part of Waterhall is like just very chill. You're just running around grabbing stuff because Ashley is just going ahead and pushing that crank by herself. So that gives us a little bit of time to go around the room and pick up some stuff we need. Most importantly is some money, a first aid, a grenade, and a flash, all of which are going to be needed later.
Great.
And
Burns through.
that was pretty clean. Yeah, that was pretty clean for Phaero as well, right here. And Phaero is going to be making his way to the end of 3-1.
How you feeling, Phaero? Mm-hmm. You good too, Spartan?
Yeah, again, some people saying it's over and all that. No. You don't understand how this game works. this game has a lot of tricks up its sleeve. So there is so much that could still happen, guys.
You know, speaking of tricks, we see Phaero entering the sewer and being introduced to our favorite enemy in the game, the Novistador.
Yeah, the Novistadors, the invisible bug enemies that like to grab you and puke acid all over Leon's pretty face. You know, probably like my favorite death animation in this entire game, honestly.
They've kind of went all out with the death animations in this. It's pretty wild to think this was on the GameCube originally.
Yeah. Also, like, man, I can't be the only one who is playing 4R and just going like, man, why did they put more Novies in it? Why did they put more Novies in it? There are literally a lot more Novies in the remake compared to this game, in which there are only 3 rooms with them.
Okay, so Phaero gets through first Novi encounter without any issues, but that's not saying much because the future ones are the real problems. And you'll see as we get a little bit further into the run. Meanwhile, Spartan finishing up his water haul, going to be heading out of 3-1 into 3-2 as well.
Yeah, so I think Phaero did the strat right there where he shot the red zealot, the TMP right there. There is a cutscene that can happen right there if you mess up, where like the red zealot points at you and then you have to see all the enemies like running around, and it does lose a little bit of time. So, and right here we're doing the gallery, which is so there's going to be a strat that Phaero is going to be doing right here, where he's going to be using an incendiary grenade on this red zealot right here to skip him like running around and stuff. We're just going to kill this red zealot right next to the door we need to unlock, so we don't have to chase him around the room. Phaero gets it right here.
That looks good.
That looked good. Yeah, nice.
There we go.
Just dancing with myself.
A little bit of cool history behind that. This was one of the key things that was in 30 FPS that we didn't think it was possible in 60 until it got labbed out, and now we're able to do that, which makes this room a lot simpler, because otherwise you're just trying to snipe them from across the room and chase them down, and things can go bad. So what used to be a kind of difficult room, pretty much trivial now.
Ooh, Spartan just grabbed by Novi. So long as he doesn't die, he'll be fine right here. Right, nice.
Yeah.
Did unfortunately lose the first aid, but he'll still be fine. There's backups he can rely on. And Phaero gonna be doing the second part of gallery, which is another pretty can be a very troll heavy room right here, if all these enemies shooting rocket launchers at you. Ooh, this looks really clean.
Wow, yeah, that's just a clear path to the end
didn't even get like the archer spawning right here. He does have a lot of guys kind of blocking his path out. All right, I think he's fine though. Yeah, he's good. Nice. All right, very good gallery for Phaero right there.
Yeah, easy TMP staggers there just to get through. But now the rest of the chapter should be pretty much free to go through. Hedge maze really isn't anything at all. Don't run at the dogs. All right, Spartan going through his gallery as well. See if he nails that red zealot incendiary.
But yeah, this maze, for those who are scared of it as kids, it's not too bad in the run. It's like a very, very chill part, so long as the dogs don't do anything dumb. You're just running around with that rocket launcher for the increased movement speed.
That looks good too.
Oh yeah, nice. All right, good. Really hoping Spartan has a good second half of the gallery right here.
Oh, nice. Backup shot there. All right, now he just needs to get to the door.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. If you're not familiar, on the Steam version, the flail enemy hitboxes are so like out of this world. How far away they can hit you from. You have to be so careful with those enemies specifically. I don't know what it is, but the flail hitbox is so big that even with a glitch we're going to be using to move around faster later, they can still hit you. It is so crazy.
Yeah, if you ever played like an anime fighting game, it's pretty similar to that.
Yeah, it's a type of a hitbox like fighting game fans would just be complaining about for the end of time, basically.
All right, Phaero gets through his 3-2, goes to 3-3. But still pretty much nothing going on that end as far as difficulty goes.
Ooh, he did miss one. That bottle shot is so tricky.
I cursed
You'd have to reload, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not that big of a time loss. But yeah, 3-3, shortest chapter in the game. It's just 2 rooms, basically. And that's the first one right there. And then the second one is also pretty simple.
See, things are a little bit calm right now. You may think the run's getting a little bit easier. It's really just luring our runners into a false sense of security.
Yeah.
Because we have 4-1 coming up soon, and that chapter is a doozy.
Oh man. Oh, okay, he's there. That was so close. Wow.
I saw it in just like the corner. All right, Phaero gets through, gets save in.
Ooh, he's gonna be going for the trick shot right here. Does he get it? Ah, he didn't. That's unfortunate. So there's a pixel you could shoot right there for the Ashley chains, where you could potentially just shoot like 2 locks off of 1 shot, even though it doesn't look like it on screen, just based on how big the 60 FPS hitboxes are. Saves a little bit of time. It's like a minor optimization for like the higher end runners, I would say.
Yeah, it's nice if you get it, but it's not like something you reset your run over.
Yeah. And then here, Phaero's going to be doing a strat right here, where he's going to shoot that red zealot in the leg, throw a grenade, and if he did this correctly, it's going to kill all the enemies in the room, and that's going to get Ashley to go ahead and just start moving towards the door. So yeah, this is more well known, I would say, as like probably the Ashley chapter where you play as her. Oh, got to be I think he got the reload off on that TMP.
Yeah, it looked like it. Anytime you're in a reload and a cutscene comes through, it'll just go through automatically.
Yeah.
So kind of a neat little optimization for doing runs.
But yeah, the Ashley segment, it's a lot shorter in this game compared to the remake. It's just a couple of rooms. It's a puzzle that has a very static solution that you're going to see.
Yeah, puzzles in this game, I tell you, they're not Silent Hill quality, to be honest.
Yeah. It is nice for the speedrun, though, because it means there's no, in this game at least, there's no RNG with the puzzles. It's just the same solution every time, so you don't have to worry about it. If you're a runner, you just, as soon as you know the solution, that's it. That's all there is to it.
Yep, just press the correct buttons and you're good to go.
Yeah.
All right, see if Spartan gets through this. Oh, it's gonna be close.
I think he's fine. Yeah, the shield guy like went really far up. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you don't want to get comboed at that door. It's pretty bad. All right, let's see if he gets the double shot too. Oh, just the one. Yeah, it's kind of tricky getting that magic pixel. So it's cool when it happens, but not a huge deal.
Yeah. Ooh, did he miss a shot right there?
He did, but
it's fine. Oh no! All right, he'll still be fine. It is going to make a upcoming room a little bit tricky if you get some bad RNG. We'll have to see.
All right, gonna get the. Oh, we got turned around there. That was a grenade. Is it gonna? Oh no, Ashley got picked up. Okay, yeah, that just has to be a reload, unfortunately.
Yeah.
like we said, like every room in this game is just optimized to a point where just the slightest mistake can generally mean a reload.
Yeah. So the ammo with the rifle is just so tight that that like if you miss more shots than you can afford, then like it's just like it's really, really bad. So. But yeah, Phaero going ahead and finishing up that chapter right there. And going to be heading into 4-1, which is the longest and I would say hardest chapter in the game.
Wait here.
Yeah, this chapter is like, I don't know, 12, 13 minutes, something around those lines. It's a lot of rooms to go through.
I think with the load remover, it was around like 9 minutes or so. But yeah, it's compared to most chapters in this game, it's really, really long.
All right, Phaero on to the first part.
Did he...
I think
it's
did he get that
shot? Okay, yeah. So Phaero was going for a shot on that one enemy so he could pick up the pendant. He did not get it, unfortunately. So he's probably going to pick up the chessboard later in the Queen's Grail room. We'll call it out when we get there. But yeah, this is what we mean about like the treasure pathing in this game being so optimized at this point that like the chessboard is not that much slower than the pendant that Phaero is going to be picking up here, but he went for it anyways just because it doesn't really lose any time to go for it. So long as he makes that cycle on the carousel.
It's going to be close. Oh yeah, no, he didn't make it. So he's just going to stagger step here so the guy doesn't run behind him and grab him while he's waiting. All right, but out of the volcano or lava room and on to next series of challenges coming up with an interesting, I don't know if we call it a mini boss fight. I think you would, because it's the only area you fight the Armaduras.
Yeah, like fight them directly as Leon, I would say. They're a lot more present, obviously, in the remake. Like a lot of enemies, they're way more present in the remake than they are in this game, where like it's very common to just see a unique enemy just show up for like 1 to 3 rooms or whatever, you know. But yeah, so that's the Chimera wall right there that we just got past. Should mention right now, it's a funny bit of like RE4 speedrunning lore. I think the Chimera wall skip is like the most sought after skip in this entire game, or like one of them. It's one that we've been theorizing for a long time, where if we found a way at the beginning of the castle to get past that wall, it would save like 20 minutes off the run or something like that. But unfortunately, I've never found a way past it.
Yeah, it's a pipe dream. I don't think it'll ever get found, but, you know, maybe in 2050, you know, after RE4 RRR has been, you know, released, we'll still have a group of runners labbing this game out.
Resident Evil 4 remake. Yeah, that's what some people want for RE1 right now. I've unironically seen it. People's going like, you know, we should just make another remake for RE1. Okay. And right there, we're introduced to those 2 guys who are just been in that wall the entire time with that drill, just waiting to ambush Leon and Ashley just to get shot by 1 TMP shot and just have their plans ruined.
Yeah, their whole life, you know, just led up to that moment, and just one bullet to stop it.
That was their moment, man. They were promised a promotion over that one.
All right, Spartan into his lava room does get the shot on the guy there. So he'll be picking up that treasure and not having to get the chessboard later.
Yeah, you saw it. You saw Phaero pick it up like 30 seconds ago in the Queen's Grail room. Right before he left, he went up to a little drawer and picked up the treasure, the chessboard, just for some money later on. But ideally, you do want to get that pendant though. That's in the lava room that Spartan just got. And right here, you're going to be seeing. This is why having a lot of rifle ammo is important. It's for this Armaduras room specifically. It's the last time we really use the rifle, so we're gonna be using it to like just get rid of all these guys really fast. Just 1 shot per helmet, ideally, and then using a flash grenade to insta kill them. Phaero got the helmet meme. That sucks. Okay.
He did have enough sense to wait and see if it was going to come off before burning through a flash grenade. But yeah, that guy is a joke. Like sometimes he'll just be like, "Oh, well, you shot me in the helmet. I know this took off everyone else's in one shot, but me, I'm not about that." So you got to burn another shot and then throw that flash. So just something that comes with the experience of running this game, just knowing that can happen and being able to react appropriately to it.
For a marathon, it's not too big a deal. It's like a very minor time loss, but obviously if you're grinding for like a top time in this game, it does suck when it happens. And now that we got both grails from both those rooms, we're heading off to Novi's 2, which is another notorious room among 4 OG runners. This room kills many hopes and dreams of runs that are on good pace. Because the Novis have returned, and this time they fly, and they're a lot more dangerous when they fly. So, oh man, this is looking pretty clean right now for Phaero. Hoping I don't jinx it right here. This looks good.
What's that guy gonna do? Okay, we're good.
Yeah, he's fine. Nice. Okay, very good Novis 2 from Phaero right there. It's like half skill based, half like you hope. There's like literally RNG that can happen where like you spawn into the room and then a Novi just flies directly in your face as you have like entered your first frame of movement and just insta grabs you, and there's just nothing you can do about it. It's really brutal sometimes.
Yeah, like how dare you play this game?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Man, that happened. Didn't that happen last time you did a marathon run?
It did.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that pattern. Yeah, that pattern of the of that one enemy you saw Phaero kind of just neo dodging right there by backing up. Yeah, that's a super rare pattern. That almost never happens. It's like maybe like a 5% chance that happens, and that's the second time now it's happened on a marathon run. That's super cool.
All right, Spartan entering into his Armaduras fight. So I would say, yeah, pay attention to that 6th one he shoots. Most of the time we'll see that helmet get popped up, but see if he has to wait and get the same RNG as Phaero did. I think he should have enough shots. Yeah, he has ammo in his inventory, so he's not too worried.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that one crossbow guy specific. Yeah, I've never seen that happen before. Wow. I don't think anyone else has either. I didn't even know it was possible for that guy to actually shoot you. Okay. This is a pretty interesting 4-1 so far for Phaero. Now let's see how this goes right here. Oh, nice. Yeah, he went for it all right there. If you mess up that timing at all, that Scythe guide gets you. And there is a possibility, even at max HP, that the Scythe guys one-shot you. So yeah, it's pretty scary. But if you're at these guys' level, you go for it, you know. Ooh, I don't know if he got it. Oh, all right. Oh my. Whew, that was so close. Wow.
That was a very good recovery. The hitbox for the parasite or the block on the back of the Matador, it's pretty huge, but you have to hit him before he just stands up and blocks it out completely.
Yeah. For whatever reason, the armored Gyarados can tank the rocket launcher shot. I don't know why. It's just he can. So you have to shoot him an extra time.
What are you selling?
And right here.
Oh no. Oh no.
What are you buying?
So shout out to Spartan showing us just how dumb this room is.
Yeah. But we should mention right now, Phaero is about halfway into the game right now. It's marked by that merchant, and that merchant is a very important one. Because we're going to be selling the rifle, and Phaero went ahead and bought the striker, which I think a lot of you guys know. They're not everyone, but like if you've ever like kind of watched some speedruns of this game, you know about the striker glitch. We're going to be calling it the Ditman glitch. That's what our community has been calling it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man, this is so bad.
Can't believe Stars paid off the Novistadors, man.
Yeah, I don't know if Spartan's audio is going through, but yeah, he mentioned it's because he's on Team Umbrella that he's getting this RNG. That is so unfortunate, man. Oh my god.
it's such a short room too, but it's
Yeah.
just every second counts. Every second, just a single Novi can come up and be like, "I'm gonna hit you," and it's just a domino effect. All
Yeah.
right, let's see if we can get past this one.
Oh
Okay.
no, he might still be fine though right here. We're gonna have to
Yeah.
see.
He'll definitely heal and just.
Oh no, that was like instant. Wow. He almost got like frame trapped right there as well. Where you finish the grab animation and then right after you're like still in the recovery phase of the animation, but Leon loses iframes, an enemy just swipes you and then you just die and there's nothing you can do about it. But thankfully that didn't happen.
Yeah, that's not like a skill issue at all. The Novis in this game are just straight up RNG at times, and they'll just straight up shut down, any kind of good attempt you got going on. It's just something every single runner is going to go through at some point, and it's just rough to see.
Oh no!
He only has one heal too. I think he's got the herb at the top.
Yeah, luckily, so he's going to be moving a little bit slower right here, but he'll go ahead and heal directly from that herb at the top of the room.
Meanwhile, on the other end, a lot of stuff has happened as we were looking at those Novis.
We haven't even... So a lot has happened on Phaero's end. So he's gotten access now to the Ditman glitch, which is a glitch that happens when you have the striker shotgun and you swap to another weapon or item to equip as Leon is in the middle of the pointing animation, like the aiming animation, and it makes Leon run like 1.5 times faster. So as you can imagine, for the speedrun, it's huge. It's by far the most important glitch in the entire game. It just completely changes the dynamic of the run. And as you're seeing right here, he's able to do the skip right here, where he goes for the zipline twice to get out of bounds. And that happens because you're riding the zipline, and the game doesn't expect you to get up to the zipline again fast enough before it resets by itself. And because you can do that with the striker glitch. Oh no! That is so unlucky on Phaero's end. So yeah, Phaero right now, third Novi room. Oh no!
The double.
Oh no! He's got a lot of heals to burn through though, thankfully. But yeah, I thought he was gonna get grabbed again. Oh my! Wow!
It was almost a frame trap.
The Novis are wow. They're going nuts this run. Wow, for both runners. Yeah, so some people have pointed out, in this room specifically, you will notice the Novis just going through walls. They just cheat. they literally just fly directly through a wall straight at you. And that is a thing they can do. It is as stupid as it sounds, but yes. A thing you have to be aware of.
Oh, he dodged the rocket there too. It's usually get through the get to the door before that dude shoots that rocket, but kind of a bad aim on.
Oh no, you have to reset the room here as well.
Not a terrible room to reset. It's right there at the start, but all right, we're through it.
Yeah,
all
right. Phaero, by the way, at the finishing up Novi 3 right there, you can go ahead and skip that like the falling pillars puzzle kind of. It's not really a puzzle like part with the striker. You can like skip a cycle. Yeah, now we're going to be seeing Spartan getting his striker now. Hopefully his Verdugo will go well and all that. I'm very much hoping. I'm doing a run tomorrow, by the way, and I am also on Team Umbrella, so I think I am. So Spartan's my teammate. I know Phaero, but yeah, I gotta root for my boy though. I'm hoping this Novi 3 and all that goes well for him.
It'll be this is kind of an interesting situation too. I think if you're going for world record, like obviously you reset at this point, but in a race, using the Ditman during this segment, you could potentially skip the QTEs from him trying to hit you from under the ground. Yeah. So it'll be. I'm probably influencing his decision right now on whether or not he actually goes for it, or if he just does the QTE to avoid getting hit, since he doesn't really have a whole lot of heals.
Yeah, let's see if he gets it right here. Oh, there, okay. He's just doing a QTE. Okay.
Yeah, just
not risking it. Okay. Yeah. The doing the doing the skips on the Verdugo QTs right there without doing the QT itself is like really tricky. It's a thing you only really start to learn once you have like enough practice, enough hours in the game, really, because it is super, super precise. And I feel like most people have like their own method for doing it, their own timing, because there's a bunch of different ways to do it. But yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
there's
oh no!
What?
I think that did he move like very slightly to the right? I think.
Oh, it must have hit the wall.
Yeah, I think like Verdugo moved like an inch, and that caused it to miss. That, or it was like the classic Leon sway that is ever present in this game, where Leon, whenever he's like scoped into a weapon or aiming a weapon over the shoulder, you could see him like just moving his arms around quite a lot.
All right, see if he gets it on this attempt too. We didn't really get a chance to talk about it when Phaero was going through, but he'll probably take it a little bit slower, I imagine, this time to ensure that it goes through. Yeah, there he goes. He just zoomed in a bit just to make sure it would hit. And there's the instant Verdugo kill.
Yeah, so right now Phaero is doing the biggest skip in the entire run, which is the minecart skip. So if you're kind of familiar with this run, you probably know about the minecart skip. It only works... Well, actually, no. The method that Phaero did only works on Steam 60 FPS, where he just clips directly into the ground while he's dropping into the minecart. And that allows you to just go out of bounds and just take this invisible pathing all the way to the end right here. Just skips that entire segment. It's way, way faster. There is a method of doing it on every platform as well as without Ditman, because the 60 FPS method requires Ditman on the Striker. Or no, it requires Ditman on the TMP. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really cool split. There's a lot of history associated with how that skip was found and just how it got applied to all runs or all the different consoles and that it could be run on. Won't go into it too much, but it really was like a turning point for speedruns in general for this game.
Yeah. But yeah, like I remember that. Like I wasn't there for it. That was like slightly before my time, but I remember when that skip was found. Like, ooh. All right. So yeah, this room right here is super tricky. That Phaero's in right now. Oh,
how did that get through? I thought that was gonna hit.
This is gonna be tight right here. Oh no. Oh, wow. Okay.
we're not even playing it. We're kind of we're panicking a bit. Like we were the ones going to the room.
So close. Wow. Yeah, this room is so tricky. In this QT right here, we're running away from the statue of Salazar right here. the Captain Crunch statue. This QT is really bad on 60 FPS, by the way. I'm hoping Phaero gets a no problem. I don't know if he's using turbo or not. But yeah. Yeah, he is. Okay.
Yeah, this game is just unfair with how much you have to mash, and honestly, just for our own health, we go ahead and allow the turbo for that.
Yeah, it's just the mashing QTs in this game on the Steam 60 version. I think most of this, like the 60 FPS versions, I could be wrong though, like the QTs are just really bad, and that's just tied to how a lot of inputs and stuff are tied to frame rate. It's really annoying in this game. I thought like Phaero was going to get hit by that sucker, right?
Ooh. So in a stark contrast from Novi's 2, Spartan gets a really good Novi's 3 there. Just turning the camera to run away from everyone, not getting caught in any frame traps. Definitely what he needed to save a little bit of time.
But yeah, Phaero right now, we're on the elevator right now. The elevator is like really tricky. It's super precise. You have to be standing in a precise spot right here to shoot all these enemies off as soon as they drop on. If 2 enemies are on, I think it's 2. Yeah. Then the elevator just stops, which obviously loses time. So ideally, you're just shooting these guys off as soon as they drop down, so the elevator never stops.
Yeah, that one guy got sent to the corner, which isn't a big deal, like if you're able to knock everyone else out, but
Really
yeah.
clean elevator, by the way. Super clean elevator from Phaero.
Yeah, that was real nice. You'll be headed up to the end of the castle.
Yes, the
Before we do
Salazar
that-
boss fight.
Yep.
Yeah, there's one thing we're missing from our inventory right now. Cost 30,000 pesadas.
Can you guess?
Yeah. A launcher of rockets of some kind.
Wow, this guy just gets to buy rocket launchers on every boss. Is this even a hard speed run?
I know, right? It's just so easy. You don't have to do any boss fights.
Alright, he's gonna run up. He's gonna shoot the eye a few times to go ahead and get him staggered. Get Salazar to show himself, and then gonna pop a rocket right in his ugly face.
Yeah, really nice fight right there. I mean, it's really hard to mess this fight up once you have enough experience with it. But yeah, good mention. There is a skip for Salazar, but it only works on 30 FPS, and because you have to go back into the main menu to swap the frame rate, we just don't do that in this run.
Spartan gets his minecart skip. Very easy skip, you know, despite how long it took to find it. It's literally we're running at the first cart at a certain angle with the TMP, jumping down, and the game's like, wait, what? You jumped down. Let's just put you out of bounds. And then taking kind of like a path around some barriers that you can't see, to be able to run straight to the end there. So yeah, running here on, not even running on the tracks themselves, definitely not an intentional part of your usual gameplay.
Yeah, right here we're gonna be doing the other really big skip now, I should say, which is the island skip. That looks good. Nice. Okay. So yeah, if you go ahead and just climb up right there at a specific angle, Leon just goes straight out of bounds. And then we're going to be using this QTE trigger right here. That's going to send us to the top of the room, like automatically. And that goes ahead and skips the entire room right there. So we don't have to do those. Yeah. But yeah, we used to have to do like the mirror puzzle right there. And the mirror puzzle was a huge pain because, man, if you like messed up the angle at all on the mirrors, it just cost you a ton of time. And yeah, like also the mirrors just move super slowly. So yeah, that out of bounds is huge when it got found.
For sure. And that's a pretty recent glitch I was found. Like, I don't even know how to do it.
Yeah.
And I ran this until like, I don't know, 2018, 2019 or so.
I think it got found in 2019, 2020. I can't remember. I think it was one of those years, I think.
But it's just nuts that a game that's been around for so long is still finding, you know, new tech like that to bring down the time even more.
Yeah, and we're seeing Spartan right here do his Salazar statue room right here. This room is always so scary. Oh man, this flail guy kind of creeping.
Yeah, it looked pretty clean for a moment there, and then it was like,
oh, nice.
What?
He risked it and it paid off. Unfortunately, this red zealot guy didn't climb up, but that's still fine now. Spartan played that correctly right there.
and mash that X button. And you can keep mashing it and mash it some more. All right, surely we're done mashing. We're just gonna go to the start. Nope, we're mashing again.
Yeah, and as you can see, Phaero is on a 5-1 right now. Like that's like the beginning of the island. This entire split is basically just very, very execution heavy. There's not really that much RNG now with the skip at the beginning. And we're also introduced right here to the regenerators, which they're, I will say, credit to the remake. I think the regenerators in the remake are like way scarier than they are in this game, because in this game they're really, really slow. They don't really do a whole lot. You just bait them out and yeah, you just get past them.
Yeah, how do you make an enemy scarier? By making it able to run, which they knocked out of the park for the remake.
Well, to be fair, they can run in this game too. Actually, I think I was watching you at one point where that happened. I think you turned around at some point and there was a regenerator like running.
Was it? It was after the wrecking ball room, right?
Yeah, it was there. Yeah. Oh man. Ooh, I think the Phaero get hit by a crossbow enemy right there. Still, he's fine. Got a surplus of heals right here to work with.
Yeah, it's definitely nice at this point. You have a pretty good stash of healing items in case anything goes wrong. So it makes the island a little easier to get through, at least until like the climax of the run itself, when you're probably going to be burning through all those heals at once.
Yeah, it's good that Phaero still has a lot of heals to work with, because yeah, once we get to the 5-4, it just becomes a bit of a fiesta.
All right, gets the Iron Maiden there.
I think Spartan's mostly fine. He had a little bit of... Yeah, he's fine. All right. A little bit of a hiccup at the end there, but that's mostly a clean elevator.
Yeah,
as you can imagine, just like any minor mistake, like just either positioning or mistiming your shotgun for like not just the elevator, but a lot of rooms in this game could just cause you to like just lose a ton of time, like out of nowhere. This is like a very, very... I would argue this is like a really hard speed game if you're running it at a top level. It is like extremely difficult. And yeah, now we have Ashley back, 5-2. Phaero going to be resetting the checkpoint right there. This checkpoint, for whatever reason, when he reloads it, moves some enemies in this room, which he's going to be using to his advantage right here with a normal grenade. And that looks mostly good. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, pretty good RNG there. Brian gets his Salazar kill as well. He's going to be heading into the island here pretty soon.
Yeah, as you can imagine, by the way, with the striker glitch, rooms like that where you have tons of enemies, even with Ashley, you can just navigate around them just because that's how fast you're going. And now we're going to be moving on. I think this is the introduction to Iron Maidens, which are like a variant. No, that was earlier. Earlier, Phaero killed an enemy.
Yeah, he just died.
It happens so fast, but yeah. Phaero just shot a rocket launcher at the first Iron Maiden that's introduced, which are like a spike variant on the normal regenerators. There's quite a lot more deadly than the normal ones. But yeah, right there, just using a flash grenade to get past that guy. And right here, Phaero is moving on to the Wrecking Ball room. This is a room that has undergone like a lot of changes over the years in terms of routing. There used to be a glitch we used with Ashley to stop the enemies from aggroing you, but it is a little bit slower to set up compared to what you're going to be seeing Phaero do right here. That was close. Phaero is going to be running around the room with the...
What'd you call it? Like the home run strat or something?
It's called the home run strat.
Yeah, this is... So I did not know about this until I commentated Phaero's last run a few months back when RE4R came out. So this is very new to me. I'm used to the strat of just keeping her at the entrance and just having all the enemies kind of just do nothing at all. So like I said, just more optimizations every year.
Yeah. It is kind of unfortunate we don't get to see the Ashley glitch anymore to mess with the enemy AI there. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. You got to do what's faster at the end of the day.
Truge. All right, Ashley's gonna come back through the wall here. You know, just normal things.
Wait.
Spartan's also zooming through his part of the island. Like Mike said, just very execution heavy.
Leave it to me,
not a whole lot of RNG. So this is when your skill really does get to shine.
Yeah.
Gonna run to that corner. He's gonna make this. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, and right here, Phaero is entering the truck right now. The truck auto-scroller, which is the biggest auto-scroller in the entire game. This is also where Phaero is, like, both runners, I'm assuming, are going to be picking up a lot of money. They're going to need it for the upcoming chapter to get another rocket launcher.
I love that. It's always a meme talking about, you know, how Ashley suddenly has the skills to drive this truck. And it was just funny thinking about, like, how are they going to approach that in RE4 remake?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, now she can use a wrecking ball. I guess she's just
yeah. Like, I do like how they combined both the set pieces though, because it has both that wrecking ball room from earlier plus the truck combined into one giant like cabin essentially. But yeah, there's a lot of ways. I know there's like at least 2 skips for that room in the remake. There's like a legit one that was intended by the devs and then one that was not so intended.
Yeah, we'll be seeing plenty of that when we get to that run. But here we go. The truck, you know, the truck's on fire, so surely you can't just start up and start chasing Leon again, right? Like, that's not how trucks work. Oh wait. But what if the truck did start again and started chasing Leon?
Yeah, the ghost truck, the Ghost Rider truck.
It's about to hit us with that penance there, you know? This game is ridiculous. If you play this game a lot, you learn just to laugh at just how insane the things that are going on in this game.
I'll never understand people who complain about like why is it so goofy all of a sudden? That's just how RE is, my guy. That's just how it is. You have rooms like this.
All right, Spartan getting that Iron Mini kill that we talked about there. You only see half his body, unfortunately, because we're just launching that rocket into the corner that he's at. But makes it a lot faster. There's an ultra strat where you can go ahead and like get him in a knife stun lock, which is good for some other categories such as like no merchant.
Yeah.
But here, you know, we're trying to go fast, and we've already talked at length about how accessible the rocket launcher is. So we just pop one of those at him, get the key card, and you know, run back to Ashley.
So I should mention right now, after that truck stop, that Phaero is now officially on the second part of the truck auto scroller, and this is the much more dangerous one. This is the part of the auto scroller where there is a very real possibility of dying. Actually, I don't want to jinx it or anything, but yeah, like, so this is the point where the game just starts allowing the enemies to turn into Plagas, which are like those enemies with the giant tentacles. And as we mentioned earlier, the Plagas enemies can just one-shot you, and you're in this tiny little like claustrophobic space right here. So it's super dangerous if like one of those guys gets on the truck.
Yeah.
So we're hoping right here that Phaero can just kind of get rid of all these enemies. Like none of them are going to do anything dumb. This is pretty good luck so far.
All right. I think this guy's head will... Okay, no, never mind. I thought he was going to instantly go to a Plaga. All right, this is clean. Yeah, this part could be... What is that? That's a biohazard? I've never seen that before.
Wait, what does?
That sign you looked at. Oh, I gotta look on the race stream. Oh, that... I've never seen that before, dude. Anyways, this like
that was a really clean truck right there from Phaero, by the way. Super clean. And now we're gonna be going straight into getting a rocket launcher. Yeah, Phaero picked up just enough money from some of the enemies that he killed on the truck to afford that rocket launcher without having to sell anything, which is optimal. And now Ashley gets kidnapped again, so we're not gonna get her now till like the very end of the game. And Phaero is going to be heading on now to the biggest unskippable cutscene in the entire game, which is kind of an iconic part.
Spartan getting through his wrecking ball room too. Pretty clean so far. Going to hit that last lever, destroy the wall. Everyone's done.
This looks good.
Yeah,
very nice.
Ashley just takes the wrecking ball to the face, but you know, we don't worry about that.
Yeah, now we're on the Krauser cutscene. I will say, I kind of prefer, even though like the knife fight in the remake is not that bad, for the run, I think most runners, from what they have told me, is the unskippable cutscene is a lot better than what they have to deal with in the remake, where it's like an actual boss fight where you have to knife him over and over again.
Comrade.
Yeah,
at least here, it's just like you watch the cutscene and you're done. There's like no variance at all. It's just watch the cutscene and that's it.
Yeah, a lot more setup goes into the remake fight, with just by nature of the game itself, like with upgrades and stuff. But this is just hit the inputs. It's always going to be one of two sets of inputs, so you can literally just mash both of them at the same time to ensure that you're not dying. Kind of a nice part of being able to run on PC is that it just instantly reads those inputs as opposed to like GameCube where you actually have to wait to see what it is. Otherwise, it's not going to read the input and you just die.
Yeah, thankfully, the more modern like versions of this game allow more inputs per second. So.
Okay, look at all those dudes just chilling there on the truck. And knock them out. Definitely a nice part, or a nice usage of the intended usage of the striker there. Just being able to quickly crowd control, a whole bunch of enemies at once, which is really just a segment in a nutshell. Just keeping enemies off the truck. And pick up some money. Get a lot of TMP ammo. Wow.
All for Umbrella's sake.
Inventory is not huge at this point now. Obviously you have like an optimal inventory, but compared to castle and village where it's pretty much you need to have the exact same inventory every time, it's kind of nice just being able to pick up whatever here.
Looks like we have the upper hand here.
Yeah, Phaero getting to the end of the movie right here. This is like always a very high, like this is always a very like high point, I would say, though, whenever you're doing a run and you have a run at the cutscene, and I think every like RE4 runner has like got it through their head at some point that they're like, am I gonna say the lines this time? Am I gonna say the lines this time for the VOD?
Maybe some other time.
Subvert their expectations by not saying anything at all, not even acknowledging the cutscene. Especially on GDQ too, where it's become kind of a thing to always, do the lines.
Yeah, and here we have we have the original. Did they get this from the original Resident Evil movie, like the 2000 one?
That was my understanding. Just they brought it back from this. But yeah, if you were upset by how campy this game was up until this point, you're probably just like fuming at this now with the lasers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Important point right here, sitting on the chair for Phaero. There's no time to rest. Yeah.
I'm so glad they kept that in the remake. Like, I mean, you guys are gonna see the remake, when that run happens. But just from a person who's played this game so many hours, like it was really cool to see how many things they kind of threw back to the original. Like, hey, thanks for being a fan for so long. There's no time to rest. Spartan's kind of flipping out on the truck. Being on that truck for so long does things to a person.
All right, yeah, Phaero right here on the U3 boss fight. So this is like 5-3 is basically the boss rush split of the game, where you have to do 2 boss fights back to back, U3 and then Krauser, and both of these fights are pretty long, have multiple phases. Yeah, a lot of the Zoomers who have only played the remake, you might not be aware because they cut this boss out for some reason in the remake. My guessing is still that they're going to put it in the DLC, that U3 is for sure going to be like a DLC boss or something.
Yeah, definitely separate ways, in my opinion.
Ooh, that was... All right, Phaero is still good. What strategy going to do here, though? Oh, he's doing it? All right, nice. I was going to say, man, I thought Phaero was going to be a gambling man right there. Yeah.
So, I just want to point out something real quick on Spartan's side. As he was approaching the end of the truck there was a Plaga that was straight up sprinting at him. That is probably the most dangerous thing you can see in this entire run, because Leon gets stuck in an animation with the truck crashing and everything.
Yeah.
That does not apply to that Plaga. He'll run up and just kill you as the cutscene is going on.
Yeah.
I've had it happen. It sucks so freaking much, man.
Yeah, even though like Leon on the truck at the end right there is like doing this kind of like scripted animation where like he gets staggered from like the wall like caving in and stuff like that. That does not apply to the enemy, and also you don't have iframes during that part. So yeah, Leon could just die. It really sucks, but it can happen, and I think it's happened to like everyone at some point.
But thankfully it doesn't happen here. So both our gamers rolling through the castle at a pretty fast pace.
Spartan going to get his ticket right now to the movie right here.
What are you selling?
And Phaero right here, doing a final merchant stop right here. Picking up a rocket launcher. And the Killer 7. Yeah, we're finally swapping out the TMP that we've had this whole time to the TMP. Or the Killer 7, I mean. Like a Magnum that they made. The name of is like a reference to the Capcom game. And we're moving on now to the boss fight, the Krauser boss fight.
Yeah,
this is like
both of them on the Krauser fight.
This is broken up into like 3 phases. We're swapping the keyboard and mouse here. Oh, did Phaero get that? I think he got that, right? I think he got it. I think he had to use 1 extra shot right there, but he did. So what he did was he shot Krauser right after throwing the grenade, and that staggered Krauser right after he threw the grenade, which made it so like the grenade just dropped right on top of Krauser and just did double damage to him, basically.
I didn't know that was a strat.
Yeah.
That's new to me.
There's some RNG there involving involving like what Krauser does, like if he throws a grenade or uses a crossbow or whatever.
All right, easy 1 tap. Oh, misses that second shot though.
Yeah, he's still flying though.
Yeah, you have a good amount of Magnum ammo here in case that does happen.
Yeah, we're getting to the meme statue push right here. Does Phaero get it? Nice. Okay. Clean. Yeah, that statue push Phaero got right there is like, it's a lot harder than it looks, and it like almost every top runner goes for it. Yeah, I wouldn't say you need to get it to like get whir or anything, but like it does save quite a bit of time.
Yeah, otherwise you're having to do some extra pushes, and
yeah, it just
really
ends up costing quite a bit of time. Yeah, so like nearly every runner goes for that. And it is very, very tough because if you mess up the timing at all, you either don't push the statue enough and you need to go back and push it some more, or you end up pushing it too far and then you need to push it again to readjust it so you can get it onto the pressure switch. But yeah, pretty good for pretty good.
Yo, what a shot! We had the Plagas Krauser on the left and then the normal Krauser on the right, literally in the same exact pose. All right, easy fight though. You know, just like the majority of the enemies in this game, Krauser just susceptible to those knife stuns. So he's just, you know, hit him in the face, get staggered, hit him a couple times, then just rinse and repeat. Really easy fight, or it looks very easy. It's easy to mess it up, do it too quickly so he doesn't get staggered. But when you do it correctly, it looks incredibly impressive.
Yeah, and right here, we're making it actually a very important save right here for 5-4. I shouldn't mention it because it's going to jinx, but there is a crash that can happen, though, at the end of this room right here where the game crashes.
Yeah, it's we're really far into this run, you know, hour and 24 minutes now at this point. But by no means is it actually done, because chapter 5-4, you know, you may be on like the perfect pace, man. You're on the perfect line. You're getting that Streets 123 and RE4, but you're going through 5-4, which can just completely ruin your run depending on what these enemies do. Pretty clean so far from Phaero, but now we're moving on to the actual problem segment in the second part of the war room.
This is pretty good so far, though, for Phaero. But yeah, this room is super, super tricky. Even though it doesn't look like it, you can just get hit at like any moment, basically. Ooh. All right. And yeah, we're just gonna be moving around, hoping no enemy hits us at all, and that everything goes swell right here.
And no crashes, hopefully. Burns getting a pretty lead.
Got it. As you're seeing right there, Phaero having to like do massive respect to those flail swings. Like I said earlier, those flail swings you cannot sleep on it. It is so bad. Like how bad that hitbox is.
Yeah, enemies basically have aim hacks, so they'll lock on to your position. Even if you're running past them, Matt, with Ditman up, they'll be like, no, we're still gonna hit you. Ooh, okay, that's fine.
I think we're fine. Oh no! Oh no! 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 He's getting 5 forward.
This is what we're talking about, man. All right. Okay. Okay. Well, let's see. Not saying anything. All right. Cool. No game crash.
All right. Wow.
This game is notorious for wanting to crash right there, in which, you know, an hour and a half into the run for that to happen is just like the most awful thing.
I don't know if it's ever happened to me in an actual attempt, but it's happened to me for sure in like a no reset before. And yeah, even in a no reset, it's such a letdown. Like, oh man, I don't even get to finish the run, you know.
Spartan got through his U3 pretty clean. There was a part where U3's thick cheeks kind of blocked him from being able to run past, but that was more of a time loss than anything, since he just jumps up and he's able to proceed without any problems.
Phaero grabbing that red herb, by the way, just because this room right here, I've talked to other runners about it. This is like my least favorite room in the game, or it's like top 3 like worst room in the entire game. This room is so bad. This is the war room. This is the room where like anything could happen here, basically, with how some of these enemies behave. All right, let's see. Oh, nice. Okay, and this looks good. We're gonna see right here. Oh, I got that guy. Oh no! Around the corner, using that red herb to go to max health. It is crazy how fast you go. You burn through heals potentially in 5-4. It is crazy.
All right, still not out of it.
This looks good. This looks good though.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. That's a wrap on War Room for Phaero.
And now the run is you actually have a run at this point if you got this far.
At this point, yeah, it's like if you're on PB pace now, it's like you're like 95% chance you're gonna get it.
Wait, follow.
Yeah,
Clean Crowther from Spartan 2.
Phaero about to hit the final chapter right here.
He's eating at the statue too. Oh, he does. We got both runners. Got the statue in Krauser. That's sick to see. Wow, I wonder how hard this fight could be. Oh wow! I'm sorry, Phaero.
I've never seen that happen before. Wow. Okay. It happened to something like that happened to Spartans, and now it happened to Phaero. Okay. For the Leon sway got him.
I know. Realistic aiming in my my horror game.
If that happened in like an actual like run, like a PB pace run, that would just be tragic. Wow. All right, and Phaero shooting the final rocket launcher right there for Meta. And you even picked up the money. That's awesome. Nice, you get a 100K into your next playthrough.
Use that to buy even more rocket launchers.
That was a pretty long load screen right there. Okay.
Clean Krauser fight from Spartan as well. Got that. I think it looked like he went for the faster knife strat too. Just kind of YOLOing it to get the staggers with the knife or the face hits. And it paid off there. All right, he's going. Yo, Ashley, get on this jet ski. I'm going without you and the jet ski.
Yeah. One of the more well-known uses of the striker glitch right there. It actually does not save time. In fact, it actually loses time. But you always got to do it in a marathon, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the jet ski in this game is quite a bit easier, I would say, as well, than it is in the remake. And Phaero is going to be hitting time in just a moment here. Doing the jet ski tricks, also mandatory if you're on gamepad.
All right, and as you see him get to the end here, it's going to be time now for Phaero.
Phaero, yeah.
GG.
Really, really solid run from Phaero. I'm actually interested in seeing what that IGT is. That was overall a pretty good run right here.
Thank you.
Phaero.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with the very start, but after that it was pretty good.
Oh, no. Spartan did die, but it's okay because he hit the lever, which means he got the checkpoint right here. So he's just going to go right back there. Nice. Okay. Ooh. And as we're seeing right now, Spartan also going for the turret room. Ooh, nice. Okay. That's what Phaero was trying to do earlier, by the way, which is he was trying to like get past that shield enemy without stopping at all, but he did get the flail swing, unfortunately.
All right, burning through that magnum ammo. Might as well at this point. Helps you kind of get through it a little bit easier.
Yeah, he is gonna need. I think he's actually. Right. Yeah. So Spartan's actually gonna have to reload before the end, which kind of sucks, but it's all fine now.
Oh, he only has one more heal. So,
Rage right here. This game is not kind to you at all with giving you heals, by the way.
oh, what the hell? That guy could just push you into the room? That's insane to me. I did not know that was possible.
And also, Spartan not getting the crash, by the way. Very nice. So thankfully, it did not happen to either runner. That's super, super nice.
Definitely a hype moment.
Yeah, because man, if the crash had happened to Spartan as well, like, that would be really, really sad, I would say. But yeah, Spartan gonna be moving on to the prison right here.
Does he have? Okay, yeah, he has enough magnum ammo. I wasn't sure if he's gonna pick it up or not.
He does. He's gonna have to reload before Sadler, but it's still fine. He'll have enough.
Yeah. This room.
Also picking up that red herb right there to go with the green herb in case he does need to heal the full right here. All right. See how this plays out. You ideally do not want to. Oh no, the door closed. That sucks. All right, that's fine. This is fine. So long as he doesn't get hit, I would say he's fine. Yeah, he's good, I think.
Yeah, but it depends on this guy right here, though.
Yeah, the top. Oh no. Oh, he's almost getting frame trapped right here.
No. Oh my god, this
is brutal. Oh no. Oh. That was extremely unlucky with the enemies up at the top. Wow.
Yeah, we like I said earlier, like you don't actually have a run until you're through this room, and it's really like this is just showing how random it can be and just how quickly you shut you down. All right, definitely you got better RNG there. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, we'll see it up at the top though. This is like the actual important part right here. That's a lot better.
Oh, he dodged the arrow too. Good. All right, and around the corner.
Oh no! I think if he had ran straight forward, he could have dodged that, but I'm not sure. All right, doing the full heal.
Yeah, I don't know if he had the room there.
All right, this is gonna be tricky though. There's so many enemies right here. Oh no. Okay.
Oh. God, I'm like clenching so hard right now.
Oh no.
Where the heck did that come from?
There are two crossbow enemies up at the top right there with this.
Yeah. Oh, good. Got the green herb drop from there.
Yeah.
Game was like, hey, you don't got any heals.
So unlike Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes, you do not run faster in this game while you're in caution or danger. You actually move a lot slower, so you never ever want to be in danger or anything like that. So.
All right, but we're through the most troublesome segments, thankfully. And we got a nice, clean path to the end.
Nice. So, yeah, he is watching a little bit of that cutscene. For whatever reason, if you skip that cutscene a little bit too fast, Ashley does not get teleported next to Leon. I don't know why it happens, but yeah. It's a little safety thing runners like to do right there, just so Ashley doesn't get, like, trapped in by those two, like, Mad Max hammer enemies. We're going to be doing Sadler right here.
All right,
same strat.
clean.
Getting the Ada rocket launcher right here. Rocket launcher parentheses special. He is also grabbing the money. Nice.
Hey, he's saying up for his next run too.
Surely runners don't just skip that the 100 grand pesadas that are right there, right? Surely they pick it up every single time.
Exactly, you know. That's just being economical, man.
Got to save up for the next playthrough.
Are you gonna do? I don't think we talked about the reload here. Obviously, we're running way faster than Ashley. So if we run up to the jet ski and reload, then Ashley just teleports to us.
Hang on, sweetheart.
And we're zooming.
And yeah, also going to be getting the time in just a moment here with Spartan. Are we also getting some jet ski tricks? Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
I like how they added the jet ski tricks back to the remake. It's like, yeah, you know that thing? Let's just put it in again. Why not?
Yeah, like I said earlier, it was nice to see them keep these small little things as a throwback to the original game.
Same with those who know it. Yeah, same with the throne room and all that. And it's going to be time for Spartan. GG's to both these runners.
GG's indeed.
A lot of hiccups in those runs on both sides, of course, but it's still excellent job to both of them.
All right, GG indeed. What a couple of runs. Obviously, we're going to be...
That was quite the intense run.
Yeah. We're going to be talking a bit here. We do have our first run there and done. The first point will be going to Team Stars with Phaero's 130-21. As well, since we are done with RE4, let's just talk with the runners really quick, see how they felt about everything. Because I know we talked a bit during the run, but it'll be nice to get an idea of what was going on. So we'll start with Phaero. Phaero, how do you feel about the run?
Not too bad. I had a bad start though, because I got a hit in the village fight, which feels really bad. So I had to grab an extra green herb a bit later on and all. But once I got to the castle, I think it was pretty smooth sailing for the most part, besides like a couple hiccups here and there. Like the novice to the double grab, that was pretty annoying. But yeah, overall, better than I expected.
It was good stuff. As well, definitely big congrats on the first win of the day there.
Thank you very much. And shoutouts to Spartan, of course, for racing me. I know his run didn't go as clean, but it's a marathon run where anything can happen, so it's still great of him to like power through it.
RE4 is just such a brutal run to begin with, so, you know, hats off again to both.
We're definitely going to be having some questions on that side in one moment. But before we get over to Spartan, Phaero, if anyone did want to find you and watch more on your end, where can they find you?
On Twitch, under twitch.tv/Phaero0. I play all types of games, not just speedrunning, also casuals. But yeah, I stream almost every day, so feel free to check me out if you want. Everyone's welcome.
All right.
Yeah, thank you
and
very
then
much,
on the other end, Spartanfinix. First, I would like to say I definitely commend the just going through all the way to the end of the game. You had some absolutely unlucky RNG throughout this run. Like it was brutal to some of the hands you got dealt there. How did you feel about your run?
I mean, I feel kind of bad because the game really hates me. Since I got the early dive on the Lago, I thought I will gonna cry in the entire run.
I do want to mention there was one point early on where I think it was possibly after the village, like it started spreading a little bit, but then it was neck and neck for one moment, but it kind of just kept going. I definitely know the Novi's 2 was a brutal run.
Yeah, I got insta-grabbed 3 times in a row in Novice 2, and then in the fourth try I was about to die. And I was with only 2 heals, I think, after Novice 2. And then I get hit on the catapult before the clock tower. And after I get hit on the, before clock tower, I get hit twice by an archer, and I have to restart the checkpoint to get the heal, because I can't go outside the clock tower in yellow, because I will die if I go in yellow with the yellow speed.
Right.
Yeah.
That being said, though, you did an absolutely great job being able to keep it going to the end. I know on your end, you're the Salazar statue room. Yours was very good. We had the close the hit there with the two guys with the flail. I know Phaero's room on that end was a bit trickier, but I do want to say you did an amazing job, and thank you for doing the run as well.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you, Phaero, for racing against me. It's really good to be here. My first time in the Games Done Quick event.
Hey, cheers.
So I'm really glad for being part of this event. And hopefully my other teammates on the Umbrella team won't get my bad luck.
Right, we have a long event.
I'm taking it. Hopefully I don't get that bad luck. We're crossing my fingers. But no, thank you for being here. You did such an amazing job, even with all the bad RNG. Like, I gotta say, thank you so much just for being here. It's fantastic.
As well, Spartan, if anyone would like to find you on Twitch or anywhere else, where can they find you?
Well, mostly in Twitch, because it's the only platform I really use for my speedruns, because the only thing I do is speedruns mostly. But right now, I'm not really doing a lot of runs because of the school, but mostly I run a lot of Resident Evil 4 this game, and maybe I'm switching to RE2 OG again, but yeah. I am only streaming on Twitch.
Awesome.
All right. As well, if anyone does want to find it, you can find Spartanfinix at Spartanfinix117. I put the link in chat for both of our runners here. Once again, our first point will be going to Team Stars. I want to thank both runners, not only the runners, but also our commentators, where we had JTB and Mike Wave.
For sure. Thanks for having me on. I know I'm a little washed up, but I always enjoy a good RE4 run.
You both did fantastic.
Yeah, it's the same for me as well. Always happy to be commentating an RE4 run. Even though I don't run it that much anymore, it's always fun to watch and commentate on it. So yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely. And
yeah, thank you.
That being said, we're going to be getting ready for our second game of the day. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back.